Hey y'all, Crow Killer here with another cooking video, and I am here with my former sous chef, Latin Queen, uh, or known as David. So yeah, if you want to continue and tell us what we're doing right now.
Today we are going to be making poor man's bread pudding. We had some banana bread, and it kind of got crushed, for better terms,
In transport.
in transport. And so it's pretty much not really bread anymore, as it is more of a mush. So what you could do with that is you could turn it into bread pudding because it's already got the main base. So basically, all we're going to need for poor man's bread pudding is powdered sugar, banana bread itself, a little pinch of salt, raisins, and some milk. And basically, for the powdered sugar, you just pour in a little tiny bit because it gives that the edge.
And
Right there.
isn't that loaded with sugar as is?
It basically just makes it pretty.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, just a little hint of salt like that, barely any. Put the raisins in. You can add as many raisins as you want for banana pudding or bread pudding. So I'm just gonna do, because I know everybody's sweet palate in here. I'm just gonna do a handful. Close up the bag here. All up. Okay. Then I have a small casserole dish. Open our bag up here. Push the banana bread back up again so it's easier to pour out so it doesn't get all over. Makes it a lot less messy. Get out of there. There we go. Flatten it. And gotta find a small enough cup here. That's too big. I want something like capsize.
We don't have capsize, but
Here. I actually use a legitimate cap. The milk is what's going to make it moist.
we had what, a measuring cup or
Oh yeah, we have measuring cups. Hold on.
actually, dude,
Yeah, that would work. So we actually found a bigger cap that I can use.
off of a water bottle that is somewhere because of a former roommate that was in here between my Latin Queen friend and one that was toxic to this living situation that we were all in. Longer story on that one, but yeah.
Okay, you got the milk. You do add some after you bake it.
Um, what about a cap for that milk?
That's right. Oh, okay.
You don't want to. That how much is milk prices nowadays? What, $3?
Yeah, some places up to $5, like at Aldi's currently.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, at our
So
Aldi's, milk is currently $5 for some odd reason, and that's even the nasty awful reasons.
that that shouldn't happen.
No, so you can add a little more garnish. Just you want bread pudding to be beautiful. And the one missing ingredient. Wait, I had caramel sauce somewhere. I actually did have caramel sauce
Hmm.
that I brought. That's the one ingredient that we're missing.
And as obviously we're seeing, Latin Queen is how do you put it?
I'm a former sous chef. I was actually more of an apprentice than anything, but I have the know-how. I did that for about 2 years at a wonderful casino down in Tama, Iowa called Meskwaki, and they showed me a lot of different ways to cook a lot of different meals. And this was their version of bread pudding. So this isn't my own recipe. This is theirs, and I'm not going to take credit for any of it. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be doing this video with my friend here, right, at all.
Yeah. We're going to have to go Dutch on that caramel sauce.
Yeah, I had it. I had like 2 packets of it, and I brought it.
Yeah. Where?
here somewhere. But it's not. Okay.
Well, we'll deal with it as it.
Yeah.
How about we do caramel-less?
Yeah, we could do caramel-less.
Caramel is not always needed, but it just makes it better.
Right. Okay. So when you're going to bake bread pudding, it may not seem like you need to bake it, but you actually do. You bake it in for about 3 minutes is all. So we're gonna
Highball bake, which is okay.
so we're actually going to put it down to
Oh, we're gonna not highball. Highballing is high like pizza temperatures. And if you all cook your standard microwave or not microwave, but oven pizzas, frozen pizzas, what is it? Like 400.
mm-hmm,
We're actually dropping our price, not our price, but our temperature down to
215 is what I have it currently set at because you want it at a very low temperature because it needs to be warm and it needs to be warm but not too warm and it needs to be firm but not too firm. So you still want the moistness of the milk to soak through, and that's why you put it at a preferred 215 or even a 210 really, and you put it in for about 3 minutes.
If we're also going to be doing it this way, is butter needed or not needed?
Nope, you're not going to need any butter. You can do butter on the top, but I wouldn't suggest it. It just ruins the flavor, honestly.
And what would you do to those people that are putting that type of stuff on there?
Well, I would honestly tell them if they want to ruin the flavor, go ahead. It is a dish made with no butter, other than if needed, but it's really not needed. It kind of just ruins the flavor. It's supposed to be sweet. It's supposed to be like candy.
What about chocolate sauce?
That could work. I've actually done it with chocolate sauce or caramel sauce or even strawberry sauce. It works.
We have those.
Okay. We'll use strawberry then. That would actually, because bread pudding is made to be sweet. Like, think of going to the carnival. That's actually where it originated
Actually, we got raspberry, simply fruit.
Okay, that would work.
That would actually offset all this, and we're using what base as our butter or bread?
The bread, yeah, the bread is actually the
But what's our original flavor of our bread?
banana.
So raspberry banana. Would that be perfect with our stuff, or would that not be?
That would be perfect because the gist of banana or
It's banana nut.
yeah, or bread pudding is what I was trying to say. Is supposed to remind you of you're going to the carnival. You've got a sweet tooth from hell, and you only know one way to fix it, and that's by junk food. And that's the point of bread pudding. It's basically grandma's recipe for a hangover, as I like to call it.
Okay, so would this be an all right thing to put?
Yes, raspberries are super sweet, and it would work wonderfully.
And remember with what we did with our pesto in our previous video here, and we still have it up on our counter. How did that turn out?
It turned out wonderful. We've been experimenting with our cooking quite a bit and finessing it between the two of us, and so far the results have been wonderful. So I'm actually going to make a filling out of that as well, so a glaze and a filling.
And it's a virgin jar.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a slit right down the middle of the pudding, which has it firmed up actually. So.
You realize that most of my channel has been about my girlfriend's father's views.
Right.
And what are you exactly? You are what, independent of those views?
I am very independent.
You are what? You can explain yourself. Why do you have the name Latin Queen?
Well, I'm half black, half Latino, Jewish, gay, gender fluid, and autistic.
And I am independent Republican, as we all know on my channel. And I could care less as long as the ideas aren't being forced down my throat. If you force ideas down my throat, you get a fight. And Latin Queen here has not done any of that.
Because I don't force anything on anyone. I'm just myself. And I let other people be themselves. We're human beings. We deserve the right to be who we are. If other people don't like it, screw them.
I don't want to.
Well, okay, only the pretty ones.
Oh, okay. Then that's even better.
Only. Okay.
When are we finishing? Are we still using
No,
this?
we are done with those. I was actually getting ready to put those up. Now I'm going to grab a clean spoon, and I'm going to spoonful of this filling, and then I'm going to get a little lidful and make actually a glaze. So there we go. Okay.
There's that.
So we're just going to leave it right there for now.
It's not warm.
It just beat for the.
No, I was meaning what you're scooping out is
I know. This is the part that's going to go in the. This is the part that's actually going to go inside. This is the filling. I've never done it with the filling, but I know it can be done with the filling. Like I said, the point is to be as sweet as possible, to remind you of good times at the fair or carnival, or when grandma would just spoil your ass rotten every time you went over. And it's also a really good cure for a hangover. Fun fact.
Okay. We all know that my scotch drinking ass sure has created his own weirdest hangovers. I've used Gatorade and Tylenol as a hangover in one of my previous videos, and I'm trying to just get more views on my channel. The ones that I've seen do good on my channel is what Stupid People Decor Iowa and my Security Solutions Iowa. That one that I created for Security Solutions, I would not recommend to watch. I would recommend to watch it, but it was a drunken idea at best, or a impromptu idea at maximum. It didn't work out very well, and it was a very dangerous idea because of what was going on in my life. I'm finally medicated, back on the correct path, and yeah, I'm actually back on everything. I just had a burp, and that burp was from this thing, and it still tastes good. It's not like get it out of my face. It actually tastes good, and it tastes like almost cast iron cooking.
Okay, so the bread pudding is ready to be put in the stove, or the oven, I mean. So we're going to put it on for exactly 3 minutes. And I have the filling made, and I have the glaze already prepared, and it is on top of our microwave, ready to be used. So put this in for about 3 minutes. The timer, 1, 2, 3. That's all you need. Warm, but not too warm. Fluffy, but not too fluffy. Moist, but not too moist.
Oh, you were fluffy.
Yeah.
I'm giving you credit.
I know. But while we're waiting for that,
also, recycling.
Always.
If you're on a broke ass budget like we are, I know that I talked big about how much I'm planning on spending in my kitchen, but when I spend drop about $200 on cookware, I want that cookware to last the next 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
And if not that, pass it on to somebody that will actually use it, just like we use our equipment here on our channel. This pot is, I'm thinking about getting rid of this pot, but I'm looking at also getting a Dutch oven. And I'd like to do more cooking outside, or move to a place that allows us to cook outside. What would you think?
Be nice. I mean, those places are a little bit more expensive, but they're worth it. You know, you want to be able to have the right to
Cook outside for
Yeah.
the 8 to 7 months of the year,
right.
and do YouTube videos about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said about the Townsend channel, they do 18th century cooking. They do cast iron cooking. That other guy that does that cast iron cooking, that cowboy Kent Rollins, I've seen his cooking. He has his own land. He's almost in his 60s, but he's worked hard for what he's got. I work hard for what I've got. The channel that I've got going started off on an inheritance. Yes, it might have been a silver spoon thing that I'm against, but guess what? Everyone's got to have a handout once in a while to start their life.
Mhm.
but you don't keep living off of someone else's dime if you can afford it. And most of the stuff that I have that I've gotten back is because I've worked hard for it, or I've created a plan in my budget to do so.
Yep.
Is that 43 seconds?
It's 40 seconds. Yep.
Yeah.
Like I said, 3 minutes is all it takes for bread pudding. It's even the fancy version of it. It's the easiest recipe in the world. Literally, all you need is what I just showed you. But with regular bread pudding, you just actually use regular sliced bread. That's the only difference. And I can eventually show you guys how to do that too. It's the same ingredients, just with sliced bread. You can use white, wheat, pumpernickel, whatever you want. They all hold different results, but they're all wonderful.
And as you can tell, with Latin Queen here, I've been around them long enough to crack jokes and have jokes make sense with them.
And that is done.
All off and timer.
There we go.
And we are going to be pulling that thing out with again.
Here. What is this?
Oh,
That's another thing we need.
bro, I found another rag.
Well then. There we go.
We have that going.
Alright, now the last ingredient is my raspberry glaze. And for that I'm going to need a clean spoon.
Which we have many of because we did maintenance when.
Well, constantly.
We constantly do maintenance in our apartment here. But we're working on cleaning our place up after that roommate had moved out and left a disaster in here.
Yeah, she left the place in shambles, I have to say.
And we've gotten, because we want to cook more and run my channel like it is, we're doing all we can with what we have. And we've gotten more space cleared off to do filming, cooking, and sink usage.
And just for decoration, what I've always been taught to do, a little fingerful of powdered sugar on top.
Handful, you mean?
And there you go.
Don't spill any more than we need to.
I know.
So, you're saying right now we have a video of a good simple dish that can be cooked in what? The time we did a video, which is what we have almost a 20-minute video again,
Mm-hmm.
doing a simple meal, a simple dessert out of scraps
Definitely.
and salvaging what we have. So, like, comment, subscribe. We'll work on getting him a cooking channel. And if you all want me to do more with this wonderful, beautiful person, please like, comment, subscribe, put more views out on my channel. More views I get on this video, I'll bring him back on my channel. So, yeah, y'all have a good one.